Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Yes, Big Daddy, I did get your sticker. Thank you very much. And guys, please go check out Big Daddy there. Gotta love that sticker, the American flag, and also made in America. Cool. Today's adventure, I like have a few little things I want to just kind of talk about, and that sticker was one of them. I frequently mention P&T Surplus, and he's having a good spring, a lot of interesting stuff showing up. One of the things that he's had for a little while, I think these trays were meant for jewelry, and I think a display of jewelry. Like, I think there's an insert that goes on it, then you put jewelry or hook jewelry onto the insert or something. He's selling these for $4. They're from China. They're fairly well made. They're double thick and all that, and you could say, oh well, nice tray, who cares? But I mentioned that every once in a while I'll kind of find a game changer when it comes to doing things in the shop here. And this really did make a big difference. You guys could see I got my, springy scissors here, vice grips, a couple of adjustable wrenches, electrician's pliers, fish hook removal tool that's very rusty, wire strippers, standard pliers, miniature pliers, various needle nose, and then clippers, and then more wire strippers. There's a lot of tools in one place there. They're fairly easy to get in and out. And now they have a place to be. There isn't like half the pliers in one drawer and half in another. I just put the water pump pliers here. So for $4, that moved me in a good direction, and I would call it a game changer for kind of getting a little bit more organized. I've mentioned like these before. They're really helpful, particularly that has SAE and metric, and this is the metric. These two things I use all the time, and it's really handy to be able to just reach up, take them down, and when I'm done with them, just pop the tools back in and put them back up. So that's the second thing I wanted to talk about. Obviously one could buy commercially made plier holders and all that, but this is what's working well for me. He has somebody, Tim, this is from P&T Surplus. He has somebody who's been doing some roll roofing replacement, and the used stuff has been getting cut into pieces like this. You can see 46 by 20, and it was $25. I also bought this smaller piece. I don't know, what is it, 5 by 12 or whatever. Roll roofing. The nice thing about using roll roofing as a tarp, it's heavy. It's really, I mean, it's like a inner tube for a car. But if you throw it over something like this, right, with the long side down, you just put something on top so it doesn't shift as the wind kind of blows it around. It stays put better than a tarp, right? It doesn't quite get as trashy as a tarp. And quite honestly, with that price, right, go out and try to buy a decent 46 inches, so 4 foot by 20 foot. Right, it's it's some good stuff for that. Obviously, this could get cut in half and be 10 foot, and then you could glue the seam, and you more or less have a 8 by 10 tarp. So I thought that was good. What am I going to do with it? I'm thinking of putting a shed long and narrow along the driveway, up kind of where I keep the Corolla, up against the bank, so to speak. Have it mostly on the grass. And my thoughts with that would be, for stuff like the snowblower, the zero turn, just set it up with a couple of doors so I can drive things right in and out of it. Not, but mostly for the lawn equipment, just to get it into a better place. And with that roll roofing, one could get the I mean, you just throw it over the top and tack it down. I was going to ask a question though. Should you put roll roofing directly on plywood like that? The problem you run into, it doesn't really breathe. Well, forget the really. It doesn't breathe, right? I mean, it's whatever moisture is stuck between the roll roofing and the plywood is just gonna kind of stay there forever. I mean, the way you normally see roll roofing in construction is they more or less use the roll roofing kind of as a swimming pool liner on a flat roof, and then a lot of times there's drainage, right? And then they kind of put a lot of times I've seen them put gravel on top of roll roofing, small gravel on roll roofing that kind of keeps it down, and the roll roofing comes up along the sides, and they nail it down. So once again, the roll roofing is very much like a pool liner. But normally underneath the roll roofing, what I've seen is they use a high density insulating foam. And then sometimes underneath that is sometimes concrete, because the roof is poured, or sometimes metal, like corrugated or whatever. So that's kind of what I've seen. I don't know. I've not used roll roofing, so anybody who's actually used it for real, please please let me know. I was going to build your standard tarp with your your plywood for the underlayment of the roofing, let's call it. I don't know if I should throw tar paper up there and then throw the roll of roofing on top, hoping that the tar paper is somewhat of a buffer between the two, somewhat of a way of absorbing any moisture or directing it downward rather than letting it condense between the rubber and the I don't know. I'm not sure. Once again, I've never dealt with roll roofing. Around me, used roll roofing is kind of hard to get your hot little hands on. You could get the new stuff, but they talk like dollars per foot for the new stuff. So obviously, if you can get it used for pennies per foot, and you have a purpose for it, it's good. It's good for that. I mean, for covering plywood or like firewood, I imagine it would last forever, right? Especially, and firewood isn't continuous, so you'd be able to get underneath there and dry the wood out. The black color would also kind of heat the firewood and dry it out too. So anyway, so anybody who's used roll roofing, let me know what you think of it on top of a shed. If not, I'll have to go back to thoughts of conventional, rubberized roofing. I should be saying rubberized roofing. If not, I'll have to go back to the standard asphalt rolled roofing, which, by the way, has also gotten crazy expensive, over $50 a roll. So, all right, let me know your thoughts. And once again, thanks to Big Daddy. Remember to keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out and enjoy yourself each and every day. Whenever anybody runs across a game changer, and a lot of you guys, you know, you work in your garages continuously each and every single day, you should mention it to all of us. It'd make life better, right? If some little trick could make life so much easier for all of us. By the way, this situation with all the tools, you know, right here, having a bench here with the grinder, the welder, the compressor, I mean, all of this has been helpful, but this isn't a good spot for it. I'd really like to get that moved away and put this stuff over there, and then have this area do a little bit more with the solar. Perhaps put a pellet stove right here. You know, some stuff along those lines. But right, time. Right, when you retire, you find yourself busier than when you were working. All right, everyone. Once again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Remember, feet down, heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.